that certain percentage of socioeconomic background, still we don't talk about our finance.
Post-grad, they will only understand these things.
That would be an easier way of reaching to the masses that you want to do.
We spend a lot of time on these things.
They need to work from the internal communities first.
They would think of Herstash as a one-stop solution.
Hello viewers, welcome once again to Entrepreneur. We have a podcast lined up for you. Before we go towards the guests for today, I would like to talk a little bit about Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is your community. All women out there. It is open for men also, of course. It's a global community. It's a digital platform, not for profit, for aspiring females who look towards becoming entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs as well. We look out for resources. We add our resources for training women. We have mentors for the women who want to step into this world and set up their own businesses, start this journey towards becoming entrepreneurs. So with the way that women face challenges across the globe, it's not just one country, it's not one region, one continent where women have to have this glass ceiling where they have to break through that and survive if they want to step out on their own. So here is a community for you. Here's Entrepreneur. Reach out to us and learn all about what the women in the world are doing. Today we are here in our studio. We have with us two brilliant young ladies, Maham and Abiha. They have created Herstash, and we are here to hear all about what they have to say. So let's begin with both of you introducing yourselves and then telling us a little about what Herstash is all about.
All right, so my name is Maham, and we both graduated from IBA in 2022. I worked in corporate for quite like 2.5 years before becoming an entrepreneur. So right now I am doing Herstash with my co-founder and best friend, and a tech agency with Abiha as well, and another venture that I'm working on right now and cannot disclose, of course.
Wow. Okay. And
yeah.
Abiha.
So as she told you guys that we started from IBA, graduated in 2022, and then that's the time when we obviously were talking about we have to start something, but it took us 2 years. So I also worked in corporate. Then I started with my marketing agency. It is a female only marketing agency, which now transitioned into a digital agency. And with that, we're also building the tech agency that Maham talked about. We started working on Herstash also as a need that both of us had, and we saw in the society as well. Yeah, that's the brief intro, and I think we can move forward to the next question.
The next question is, what is Herstash and how did it actually come about?
So we, both of us, always wanted to, build something or work on something just a long-lasting impact on the society, especially underrepresented minorities and especially women. So we worked in the corporate. We both graduated from the best school in the country. We worked at very good places in the country. What we noticed कि there was always a gap कि उस जगहों पर जो 2% of the women है, they are also not talking about investments and financial wellness. ठीक है? So that हमारे जहन में एक बात आई कि when people at these places, they are not talking about these, so what about the other people जिनको zero to no awareness है? So then we sat together one day. So Abhiya was like, I want to work on some tech product for wellness. Then we started following Simran Kaur. She's an influencer and she talks about finances for brown women. So that was an inspiration that we took and started working on Herstash. Abiha can tell more about it.
Yeah, so building from where Maham left off, basically following Simran, what we saw that a lot of the things that she mentioned, a lot of the things that she talked about, they were centered around women and their needs of investments and their needs of building wealth and, being more focused around wealth. One problem that we see, like Maham said, we graduated from the best schools, we, are from that certain percentage of socioeconomic background. Still, we don't talk about our finances openly. Still, we're not really comfortable around talking about money, about making money from money. So we saw that there is a gap in the market. There are a lot of young women, a lot of women who have, capabilities, who are strong enough. Still, everything else, they still shy away from finances. They still
shy away, they're not aware, or they avoid.
All three. I feel like all three, and they're also not given the means and a system for that also. So first thing is obviously the problem, right? We saw the problem, that there is a problem, that women shy away, they are not actively involved in things. Second problem obviously is, where do they learn about it? Where do they go then to fix that problem, right? And that is when we started with Her Stash, and that was initially aimed to be a digital platform for women to learn about their finances, how to manage their finances, what kind of investments they can do. Secondly, obviously a community. This is one of the major aspects of our platform, which would be community, because women are community driven. If you see what kind of systems, still what money systems women are following, those are committee systems, those are get-togethers, kitty parties. They're all community based systems. Still, why they're working? Because obviously women work in communities. The only way they can learn, the only way they can change their system or existing practices would be community. So that is what we're offering in Her Stash also, a community of women, same mindset, talking about same problems, solving same problems together as a sisterhood community.
Is that why you both work together for Her Stash as well?
Absolutely. So one thing that Abiha always mentions is that pehle to women were not working, they were not allowed to work. Okay, now since they have started working, so they do have some money laying around, they do have savings, but they do not understand how to translate that saving part to the wealth building part. Okay? So paise to hai, but they do not know how to use that money efficiently.
Do you think they have control over the money that they have?
Some, I believe, yes, now they do. If not all of it, but some of it they do. They do have this control. But the jargon is so difficult around finances. So we believe somebody who has these majors in their undergrad or postgrad, they will only understand these things. But aisa nahi hai, we both believe that finances, management, or investing, these are the life skills like cooking and driving. Yeah. It's not something that you should shy away, but we do not have that infrastructure around us. Also, women ki needs are very different. So all the digital banking products that we have here in Pakistan especially, वो सारी वो majority के लिए हैं. वो उनकी research and everything was done for the majority part. लेकिन women की needs are very different. जब वो financial planning भी करती हैं तो उनके goals बहुत अलग होते हैं. ठीक है, एक मैन के गोल और women के goals अलग होंगे हमेशा whenever they are doing anything around finances. So we need to build a community, we need to build a platform, we need to build digital products for women only. So there is a huge untapped market. There's a lot of potential that.
So when was Her Stash actually formed and launched?
So it launched, basically it started around 9-10 months ago. It was basically a small idea that both of us would keep sharing Simran's reels to each other. In those reels, she would talk about how women need to start investing, where can women invest, what are the existing systems for investments, and we'll start sharing, like, we need to do something about this. We need to put it out there. After reading the book, and I remember Maham gave me the book to read it, and I went, in the details, and I saw that those needs for brown women, like she mentions, are the same here also currently for women. And we started with just a community and an intro to it. We launched it in our internal groups. We were like, girls, this is a platform we're building. It was just for our IBA and internal groups for our IBA, the community groups that we already have. So we picked up people from there. And from there, it started with more and more people joining the community. We started talking about what would you want to learn, what should be the topics for our courses that we're launching, what should we focus on in our sessions, in our even the podcast that we're planning. So just to do that initial research, we picked it up from that socioeconomic background that we belong from. But we saw that there are different segments to what we want to do. There are retired women we want to focus on. There are women who are just maybe students, they're just starting out, right? So there are different segments in women sector, and we want to cater to all of them with their different needs of investments. So maybe a business owner, female entrepreneur, like many entrepreneur would be their needs would be different. They would be needing different assistance, they would be needing different community within the community. Similarly, the goals for a student starting out, having some part-time job, and they have some savings around, for the needs for them would be completely different. And adding on to the existing systems, I feel like the one of the worst ways you can invest is the committee, and all we do is that. All women have is that. So wo jo change karne ka system tha that we had to do, that started from way back when I said 9 months prior, right? That's when we need to at least let women know ki ye to mat kare, this is wrong, stop doing committees, because you're getting your money after devaluation, still having to pay. You could do much better with that. And even acha theek hai, if you're doing it, if you get that lump sum money, now what to do with it, and you don't want to reinvest there again. So yeah, building on that, that's how it started. We did our soft launch within the IBA also. We called out different people, whether you were there in the in the committee that we had, we were talking about it. So we saw a lot of men supporting women as well, a lot of men wanting to be a part of that. So that was also something life changing, and that's how we added that to our aspects as well, like how should we channel men to encourage their women to be more financially aware, to make those investments, to be part of those communities, those groups. And if I missed out on anything, maybe mom can take over.
I think yes. So right now we do have around 300 to 400 people on our WhatsApp community and more on our Facebook community. More people are getting added to these communities. We are having a lot of partnerships and collaborations with different financial institutions, education institutions. We're about to launch different national level campaigns with banks and a lot of different government entities as well. So yes, digital products.
So what if we try and put some numbers and try and quantify, what have you achieved so far? What kind of impact have you already, just even if it's a little bit of an impact, but what have you really achieved so far? How about talking a little bit about that?
Right. So taking from the basics, which is the community. Now, like Maham said, we have around 300 to 400 women sitting there ready to find out what they can do with investments. So the community, we are trying to grow that as well. Right now we have that number, but we want to grow that community. We're currently building the digital platform as well. As we speak, we would be transferring all of our community there. So along with it, we are collaborating with different financial institutions. I would not be naming all of them, but they majorly are from the banking sector. They are also from the fintech center, right? Fintech, there are a lot of people who are working on making investments easy, making stock exchange investments easy on your app applications. So collaborating with them majorly just to cater to women, right? They're all working on something on a larger level, and their work is general. It's for everyone, and especially it's for men, because obviously most of their customers are men, if we say in percentages. So we are targeting all of these people, all of these existing entities, and making them understand that one of the segments that you're missing out on is women, and that obviously percentage, agar hum overall Pakistan mein dekhen to 49% are women, right? In that, obviously there are different segments that we would, like I said, we'll be targeting on. So we're telling these entities to work on finances for women, and that segment we can take care of, because we're doing actively research on it. We have women with us. We will be having more and more women are with us in our community. So that would be an easier way of reaching to the masses that you want to do, which you might not have access to, or which you might not even know. Like one small example is like, so we were with one of the biggest banks in Pakistan, and they asked us why should we collaborate with you on a product that we're making for women, basically, right? So my response to that was, because the women, they understand a different lingo. You must be working in the sector, you must have thousands of dollars to invest on your programs, but at the same time, why are you still struggling? Is because you are unable to tap that market. There are reasons. Maybe your language is too corporate, maybe your ways or your research is all done on men, right? You need a partner that is working from ground up, a partner like both of us, we are from that, from that representation that you are trying to cater to.
Yeah.
Maybe what we talk about, maybe what problems we are facing, we can communicate those better to women in order to change their mind, in order to use your product that you're making for everybody. So that's just a small example, but I feel like why Herstash would be important for the overall economy and for the overall banks would be because we're coming from ground up. We are, actual representation of the target audience that you're trying to take on board. So maybe, why Herstash would be important is because of this reason.
Also, one thing I would like to mention is that whatever data that we have collected from our research so far, from all the conversations that we had with the women working with us, talking to us for like 9 to 11 months now, is that we're able to use and translate that real-time data into building digital products for women with these banks and financial institutions. And I think that's going to change a lot.
So, on one hand, while you're educating these women, you're also working with institutions and organizations to customize their offerings to suit your target audience.
Exactly.
Yes,
Excellent.
absolutely.
That's wonderful. Now, if you could talk about your own experiences in this journey, how it happened, what your experience was emotionally, practically, on ground, and how did you actually make it happen?
Okay, so I think when we started, we were so lost, like both of us. We didn't know how to make a business plan. हमें नहीं पता था P&L का क्या करना है. We did not know literally anything around like making a business, scaling it up, So there
What were the
people.
apprehensions? Let's talk about first the apprehensions. You didn't know all this and you
Yeah.
had an idea, but did you feel any apprehensions emotionally, whether you want to go ahead, should we go ahead? What kind of thoughts were there in your mind?
So yes, let me tell you. Launch से पहले तो मुझे हर एक हफ्ते बाद लगता था कि I should do this or I should not do this. What I am doing, is it going to work out or not? Because you will go and meet people. So thankfully we had access to a lot of people, a lot of mentors. We talked about the ideas. They helped us with so many things. But हाँ कभी कभी बहुत डांट भी पड़ जाती थी किसी बात पे. So we're like, what are we doing about it? Like क्यों कर रहे हैं हम? Is it the right way? But हाँ, we learned a lot. I think मैंने अपने जिंदगी के जितने भी सालों में 2024 में जितनी learnings हुई हैं वो कभी नहीं हुई उससे पहले. So yes, it was difficult. Emotionally, it was difficult. But yes, it's working out, and I'm so glad about it. We actually took this step, and now we are here.
Correct. So my experience was also sort of similar to Mahan's. I was already working on a startup for a year, but that was something I was working as a passion project for me.
Yeah.
But for Herstash, the major thing that would scare me was फाइनेंसेस से हम दोनों का कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है और हम दोनों का भी फाइनेंसेस से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं था in terms of our education.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever we would go for meetings, like I'm talking about these big banks and big fintechs that we are meeting now, they would ask us who is the finance person from both of you, both of the
Yeah.
founders that you are, right? And our response would sort of shy us away, especially me. I would be like, maybe they're not going to take us seriously because दोनों का एक big background नहीं है finances से.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But that thing initially made me feel like question everything, made me feel maybe we could take somebody on board for finances.
Yeah.
But slowly we learned that maybe this is our drive and our conviction to make this change happen, even if we are mediators in this. We don't have to be pro at everything, right? Starting a business in fintech, starting a fintech startup, I want to change that narrative that you have to be from the finance background to start a fintech. You have to be, you have to have certain kind of portfolio in order to start a fintech. Maybe we're starting from a very ground level. Maybe we're just focusing right now on literacy. एक problem को तो highlight कर रहे हैं हम लोग.
Right.
That is what I want to start
And
with.
the very fact that you don't understand the lingo, you're not from a finance
Exactly.
background,
Exactly.
is a sort of a litmus test that they need to be able to communicate their offering to you. If they're not able to do that, it means the
Yeah.
offering is not customized to the
Exactly.
average
Female,
individual or female
Exactly.
who has not studied the finance.
Exactly.
Subjects,
This
really.
is also the problem that our schools, colleges, and universities, they don't deal with like कि finance का course है तो university core क्यों नहीं है? This is the problem.
Yeah.
ठीक है, होना चाहिए ना. So you know, and फिर ये बात हर जगह translate होती है कि why women do not understand. Even
Yeah,
if it's
that's true.
not even a women problem, it's a men problem as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
ठीक है.
Students actually go to college, go to internships after college, and that is when they open their first bank accounts. How many of us had our bank accounts before actually stepping out into
Yeah.
this management trainee or internship programs
Yeah.
where somebody had to give us some money?
Exactly.
Yes.
Or you do an odd job and you need to be paid, or so people use fintechs, the telephone, mobile connections to make your payments, but that's about it.
Yes.
So I think that you're right, it is a basic life skill, and none of the schools tell you about saving and investment. What is the difference between a want and a need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
how do you differentiate, and how do you then start looking at saving money? What kind of percentage, how do you earn, and how do you how much do you spend? 20%, 80%? What is the rule of thumb? So and so forth.
Yeah.
And then obviously the other things follow as you go into college or
Yes.
universities. So
So
I think none of the schools that I've seen
Yeah.
teach children about money management,
Exactly.
budgeting.
Yeah.
Even budgeting is important. Women,
Very
I don't know how
important.
women do it in Pakistan, because generally in Pakistan women do the manage the household budgets.
Yeah.